It looked harmless, but this box opened a whole new world to me, and I was not prepared.
You got the material? Great! Yeah, I mean you got
The material on the shaping, we need to keep in mind on forcing the holes.
So that's important that when we shape a hole, then you can...
I had no idea what I'd said yes to, and also no clue what I was doing.
You need to focus on one direction.
And that's why this whole thing is so strange.
It's a very interesting process, this. It's my first little baby simulation of a hole.
But somehow, this little piece of foam ended up in a World Cup final.
How the f*** is this going to become a climbing hole?
Such a nasty hole, isn't that?
Yes, definitely look really good. Really floaty.
Trims become those a little better.
At this point, I had no business being anywhere near hole shaping. It was a fun little side quest endeavor.
I can understand the concepts of it, but I have no idea what I'm actually doing, at least on a deep level.
I didn't aim for a specific market, and certainly not the World Cups. I'd be happy if anyone liked the holes. A toddler, someone a little bit less picky, but I actually just wanted to learn.
I'm trying to start out small to understand what I like in terms of features and what works and how to shape at all.
But Janja and Erin using the holes, well, that didn't even register as a possibility. I'd made around 20 holes. Some were strange, but a few of them I was almost proud of. Maybe I wasn't completely terrible at this. Or so I thought at the time. I packed my box of holes and headed south. And I was a bit worried because I was about to reveal my creation to a real shaper. Here's what's strange. Shaping is arguably the most important job in climbing. And yet, nobody seems to know who they are, because they stay hidden in small workshops, staring at pieces of foam like they're trying to solve a crime. That is the world of Joseph.
Hey, Joseph.
Hello!
The German machine,
Hello!
What are you so happy about?
Mr. Bluepill.
About the cool day?
He has spent years in this tiny workshop, but today he had company, because this year he wanted to do a collaboration.
Was like, okay, hey, maybe we get some really cool holes out of it. For sure I'm gonna help.
And I was really psyched to try it, so of course I said yes.
Yeah, together we are better.
But it also stressed me out. These shapes didn't really hold up.
When you saw these shapes, what was your first thought?
My first thought was, it's gonna be a process to get to a nice product that's gonna be an adventure together.
I think that was Joseph's polite way of saying, that box is full of turds. So I had to flush my old plan, because I wasn't going home anytime soon. Because Mr. Bluepill, he had bigger goals. And so I needed to learn. And I started at the very beginning. Everest. Back in the 30s, it was the biggest challenge of them all. And little Mr. Jim was about to embark on it. Back then, you learned to climb in the mountains. But not so for little Jim. Because this was his starting ground, the Sherman Rock. The world's first man-made climbing wall. The holes were rocks. Formed by the best shaper in the world. Sorry, Joseph. Mother Nature. They were carefully placed by this guy, Clark Sherman. Many of that time's best climbers came here to prepare for the real thing. Jim was not alone on his quest. Every player had his place, including luck. Two of them went for the final push. And Big Jim could finally plant the first American flag on the top. My time in the shed didn't make me a shaper. To reach Joseph's goal, I needed a bit of luck. But above all, a team. I brought the climbing obsession. Cordy, a climber with a biomechanics-based master's degree. And of course, Mr. Bluepill, the German machine who had very high ambitions.
I don't want to make just a few good holds. I want to make a whole line out of good holds.
Right, you're a hold shaper now. How does it feel?
Unexpected, to be honest.
Me and Cordy, we were about to investigate a different planet.
Yeah.
We started off by making a lot of different holds.
The first 2 days was just about getting ideas, so just trying.
We tried to pull inspiration from our climbing styles and also our favorite climbing spots. But damn, that is hard.
I have an image in my head that is actually super clear, and then I'm trying to put it down there, and it just never ends up as I thought.
You're very much just cutting out shapes, calculating angles and thinking what's missing, which I really enjoy.
How's it going?
Joseph is not normal. He's a madman.
He can just like visualize something, know exactly how to cut it to make it perfect in a way that's so crazy to me.
And we were struggling to keep up. But Joseph had a survival trick. Music.
Do you know what?
What?
The music is not loud
Oh,
enough.
it's not loud enough? Yeah, let's blast up the tunes.
Wall of Horror, the most fearsome route in England, approached by a young man whose life ended in a tragedy. But his vision would change climbing forever.
Thank you very much.
This is John, a brand new student, and he's about to find the thing that would take over his life. And it started when he met this bloke. A teacher who had built something strange. One of the first indoor walls in the world. John tried it and got hooked. The holds were pretty basic, but they were carefully placed. John started living on it, building finger strength and technique, and he could climb all year round.
Back home in Britain, there was a struggle of another kind.
And then, only 2 years into his climbing career, he stood beneath the Wall of Horror, a risky route where falling was not an option. But John climbed with a calm that made the whole thing look rehearsed. By the time he reached the top of the route, he became an instant climbing rock star. People were amazed. How had someone gone from a complete beginner to climbing one of the hardest routes in England in just 2 years? John had started a climbing revolution. And for a few years, he kept climbing hard, and inspired climbers like Ron Fawcett and Pete Livesey. Yeah, climbing was his life, until it wasn't. A severe tendon injury held him back for years, and one day he stood on top of Malham Cove and jumped. John showed the world the future of climbing, and for that, we are forever grateful.
We've been hard at work for a few days now, but we've settled on the idea for the shapes, how it's gonna be, like the basics of it, the outlines.
We came from the kind of a plectrum. We twisted it in a few directions and pulled it up and down and pressed in and soaked out of.
The idea was in place. Now we just had to make more holds in that style.
It's really difficult to make everything work together.
Like there's so many steps behind every hold that we climb on. The amount of time it takes just to design the hold, nothing more. And that's just mind-blowing for me.
After many days, we were starting to get a hang of it.
Shaping is like a long process, I would say. It's a never-ending story.
And I was starting to feel it.
Hey.
Joseph's fucking crazy.
I was slowly running out of steam.
He's an absolute machine who never stops for a second. Always like, let's go, I'm so happy. Every minute of every day until 4 in the morning.
I was on the brink of losing it. But I had to keep grinding.
Where is it?
Days started to blur together.
Right, you're a hole shaper now. How does it feel?
It's got so much energy. I don't know what time it is.
I can help you open. Come on.
I was back home in my comfort, completely exhausted. Somehow, we had made 80 holes. For now, they were just foam on a table. Luckily, Joseph did not seem to believe in rest. He had already began the finishing process, and all I could do was wait and hope they were good. The 80s were damn fast. Climbing went from 7C to 8C in just a decade. And in the front seat was Jerry. In the early days, he joined a prestigious elite group. They were homeless, unemployed, and eating leftovers from tourists. They were crag rats. Climbing every single day with that many people quickly took Jerry to the top.
I wanted to try and be, the best in the world.
Slowly, the dole was replaced with sponsored money, and the world became his crag.
And Jerry Moffat from England has succeeded on many of America's hardest climbs.
His success cemented him as one of the best in the world. For a moment, it looked like nothing could slow him down. But a severe elbow injury kept him away for almost 2 years. While Jerry was sidelined, the world outside was changing. A revolution was brewing that would threaten everything he knew. Competitive climbing. The most devilish form of climbing, according to the Brits. But the comps were here to stay.
Head-to-head competition on a man-made climbing wall.
But they moved to artificial walls with artificial holes. Because the French company Entrepris commercialized the first manufactured indoor climbing holes. Gyms were popping up.
The Vertical Club is America's first indoor rock climbing gym.
And all the best climbers were competing. Yeah, the culture was changing fast. And Jerry was falling behind. Jerry was back in the heat, and soon enough he was climbing harder than ever. But these days, that was not enough. To prove you were the best, you had to perform on a plastic wall, in front of a crowd. Jerry had his strengths, but competitions found something else. His mind. The pressure was different and mistakes were creeping in. And the losses were stacking up.
That's the way it goes in competition.
Strength was no longer the whole game. Something had to change. And Lanny Bassam changed everything.
Do you want to win?
He was an Olympic gold medalist who'd built a system for winning under pressure.
You are in control of what you consciously think about.
Jerry was rebuilding his mind, and the biggest competition was coming to England. The first ever World Cup is held on Jerry's home turf.
How do you think performing in front of a home crowd?
I think that certainly puts the pressure on a little more.
Your conscious mind can only think of one thing at a time.
Jerry wasn't just fighting for a medal.
It's almost unbelievable that anybody could climb this intimidating overhang.
He was part of a massive shift. A spark that would push climbing from dusty training sheds into the mainstream. When Jerry clipped the change, it wasn't just a personal combat.
He's done it! He's done it! That's it! Champion of the first international Grand Prix climbing competition, Jerry Moffat.
It proved that plastic holes belonged to the big stage. And from that point, indoor climbing began to grow bigger and bigger.
Last time I touched the holes, it was just foam. So it was so different from what they're gonna be now.
Oh.
Okay, this is so exciting.
Oh, this is
what we call a juicer. I would say, I think this is the hold that we designed to be the worst one in the sloper series. Like,
It is.
I'm so psyched this actually came through. This one's gonna be fun. This is like the small juggy one we made. So juicy. Oh, they're so pretty.
Macro number
Joseph's the
3.
man.
Oh yes.
Jesus. Oh, this bad boy. Joseph did a phenomenal job with the finish, and Cordy came up with one of the coolest ideas for the entire line.
I mean, it's such a difference if you have the thumb here or if you have it here.
Yeah, it's a huge difference.
Okay, this is really cool.
The power line, a small aesthetic detail inspired by the rock embryona, and suddenly the whole family had a signature. The first boulder was up, and it was time to see if this baby could swing.
Yeah, that works. Yeah, kom igen. That was so close.
So close.
That was so close. Yeah, come on.
The holds were good enough for me. But what about the world? And so we took our holds and went on some sort of a tour.
Do you think it's possible for me to flash it?
I don't see the intended data. I think it's just powerful.
What do you think of the holes?
They're cool because they're like
Come on.
creams, but like not aggressive. Quite smooth. I like them.
Nice.
It comes in 80 holds from really big holds.
So you've developed a new hold range. Could you tell us about it first?
Sure, I'm more than happy to. This is the power line.
Huge, powerful holds where you can...
Oh, it's so good. And we have a flash. That was so sick.
One specific thing we're incredibly happy about is the line inspired by the rock embryona.
Climbing holds have come a long way. They've grown and evolved into complex shapes, forcing climbers to be creative and expand their repertoire of skills.
The members are going to tell us how far this is going to go. If we see a good
I tend to get bored in the gyms. I couldn't stay indoors for a minute.
And what used to be a substitute for bad weather is now the dominant form of climbing.
That was explosive out.
We owe it all to the invisible craftsmen, the artists, the obsessive nerds, the heroes of our sports, the master shapers. A few months later, I was back home. And that's when I saw it. I immediately recognized the lines. That was our holds on the World Cup stage. And it felt surreal, because the journey had started in a tiny shed.
That's such a nasty hole from that angle.
Yes, it doesn't look really good.
Right.
Really slopey.
Crimps to come though is a little better.
Yeah, it looks a little bit nicer.
Okay, everyone, this is the move way above your head. It's overhanging, she's nicely in. Looks good, holds the swing. Silhouette against the wall is dramatic stuff as she campuses the move.
Having the holds at the World Cup is a really cool feeling. But like I said earlier on, I'd be happy just seeing anyone climbing on our holds. And if you're out there and you see them, please tag me on Instagram, shoot me a DM. I will be so stoked to see some videos of this. This series wouldn't have happened if it wasn't for Cordelia and Joseph. Joseph just brings such a vast knowledge on hold making, and Cordelia has just an incredible eye for aesthetics. And I'm really grateful that they wanted to do this with me, and I'm proud of what we made here. So yeah, I just hope you all will enjoy them as well. In combination with this series, we made this custom t-shirt that depicts the past 4 decades of route setting. It's live on the website along with the holds at bluepillclimbing.com. There's a limited stock, so I would urge you to get it as soon as possible. And to all of those of you who order holds, then yeah, I'll be mega grateful if you order a set. And I'll set a boulder for free if I'm around in your gym and have a bit of time. It'd be
my honor, to be honest. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed this little story, and I'll see you all in the next one.